Cool. Excellent. Oh, so many things to talk about. Right? Olivia, Bruce, good to see both of you. We talked a little bit about how this all kind of works together. So Tahoe Resource Conservation District was the one who booked the interview, but you really are Tahoe Fire and Fuels.
Yes, the
right?
Tahoe Fire and Fuels team, which is comprised of all of your local fire agencies and a bunch of nonprofit organizations and local government who have vested interest in protecting our communities, protecting our people from wildfire ignitions.
Okay, so this is obviously a massive collaboration for something that affects every single one of us who live and visit the basin.
Yes.
You know, the ingress, egress here is limited. I mean, we're at a saturation point here in our summer months, and with the amount of vehicles on the roadway and people wanting to come recreate, you see the sign here, no camping or fires outside designated areas. Bruce, let's talk a little bit about that. Can people have campfires at all or no?
The only place in the city of South Lake Tahoe is at the city campground, the campground by the lake, and it's in the metal ring at the camping spots in that campground. Otherwise, there's no open burning in the city.
No open burning in the city, okay. But outside the city, talking rim to water, what are the rules there?
It's the same thing right now. We have year-round fire restrictions, fire prohibitions, where year-round the only place you can have a campfire is in a designated site, which means listed campgrounds. Like, you can go to our website, the Forest Service website, and get a list of day-use sites and campgrounds where you can have a safe fire within the metal ring or grill.
Perfect. And you see going out to some of these lakes, and even along our Lake Tahoe beaches, I see the rocks with the coals in them, and I'm thinking, oh man, that just it's aggravating.
Right.
Those aren't legal.
Nope,
not at all.
Not at all. It poses a wildfire risk to our communities, and I think that we really need to be cautious and how we have the conversation about fires, because we want people to come to Tahoe. We want you guys to enjoy the great outdoors, but at the same time, we need to be mindful, because we don't want our forests or homes to burn or people get hurt.
You can have a good time without having a campfire. What is the you see someone having an illegal campfire?
Sure.
What's the protocol, and what happens when these people are caught breaking the law?
Well, if you see that, you should call the dispatch center, call 911, and they'll take the call. They'll send the appropriate agency or officer out, and then we make contact with the folks. We educate them about the regulations, and we put the fire out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a fine for this?
Not from us, no.
Okay. All right. So it's enforceable by your fire gets put out, and you get the riot act right to you. Deservedly so.
Right.
Now, there's a meeting coming up talking about evacuation. I think this is really important to let people know.
Right. It'll be an item on tomorrow night's South Lake Tahoe City Council agenda. So, yeah, there's a lot of interest in it, clearly, after the last few years of horrific events and tragedies. So the police chief and the fire department, myself, will be presenting some of the work we've been doing to educate our public on how to get out if you're advised to do so.
Okay, that's interesting. It's a lot of talk when we talk about kind of being at that saturation point and seeing the traffic, especially over the weekends. It's heavy. How are we going to do it? So having those answers is key. That's great that that's an agenda item.
Yeah, with roughly 7.7 million visitors coming to Lake Tahoe annually, the impacts can be great. And we want people to come to Tahoe, have a safe campfire at a designated location.
Totally.
Bring your propane grill out to the beach and enjoy the beautiful water. And know that we want you to be safe. We don't want to have to. On the Forest Service side, we do issue violation notices.
Okay, that's
for
good
people,
to know. That's,
for people having illegal fires. But my first step is to educate. If I'm able to have a positive conversation with our customers, our community members, and just talk to them about like why it's so important not to have a fire, then, you know, I'm going to go that route of education. I'm not going to come down hard and, you know, start writing violation notices. It's when people are uncooperative that we end up reaching that point, because we want to protect our ecosystem and mostly our people.
100%, 100%. I think I think it's a hot button with locals as well.
Yeah,
you talk to
very much
locals
so.
about
Oh, yeah.
campfires and stuff, all of a sudden they go from like 0 to 60 in 0.2 seconds.
Well,
when
sure.
it comes like absolutely not.
Yeah.
So it's very important.
The other half of that equation too is when you have that legal fire in the ring, in the right place, make sure you put it out correctly. It's real simple stuff, but you want to do it, and it's stuff I learned as a scout years and years ago.
Yeah.
But it's just use water, mix it up, and it's not out until it's cold and out.
And that takes a lot of water sometimes.
Yes,
you
it
need to be
does.
prepared for that as well.
Yep.
A lot easier to bring that propane grill, you know.
And they make
Turn that
some
thing on and you're good to go.
They make some really cool propane-powered campfire pits now too, and those are legal to use on our Forest Service land here in Lake Tahoe. So if you invest in a propane-powered campfire pit, please bring it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good talking to you two.
Thank you so much.
How can people get more information? I think it's important to have a spot for people to go to and peruse, and this really is family education. Share this stuff with your kids.
Yep, we have Tahoe Living with Fire .info that folks can go to and get some great information from all the cooperating agencies.
Right.
And I know the city of South Lake Tahoe.
Yeah, I
you
think
have a website,
if
right?
you go to any of the fire agency websites,
Yeah.
wherever you live around the basin, you'll get to all this information. We all link to all of it.
Excellent.
Forest Service websites, I mean, a wealth of information out there for everyone.
Yeah, you put it out there because it is so important.
Yeah.
Olivia, Bruce, thank you so much for
Thank
all
you.
the work that you do in keeping, getting the information out there and setting these regulations with knowledge behind it. You know, you really do your studies, and it's great. Thank you very much for
Thanks
your
for having
services.
us.
Yeah. We will be right back.